How to trick your brain into extreme discipline. Right now, somewhere, there is a version of you that wakes up and just does the work. No internal argument, no negotiating with the snooze button, no scrolling through 5 excuses before finally starting. You look at people like that and think they were just born different, with stronger willpower, more motivation, a mind that simply works better than yours. But here is the truth that changes everything. Discipline has almost nothing to do with willpower. The most consistent people you know are not fighting harder than you for the rest of their lives. That would be exhausting, and no one could sustain it. What they have done is something much smarter. They have built a system that makes the right choice almost automatic, so their results stop depending on how motivated they feel that day. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to build that same system for yourself. Chapter 1. Willpower was never the answer. Most people treat discipline like a personality trait. Either you have it or you don't. So, when they fail, when the gym plan falls apart, when the diet collapses by Thursday, they tell themselves the same story. I just don't have the discipline for this. But here's what's actually happening. Willpower is not an endless well. It's a battery, and it drains throughout the day. So if your entire plan depends on having enough willpower left by 7 p.m. to choose the salad over the takeout or the workout over the couch, you have already built a system designed to fail. Not because you're weak, but because you built it on the one resource guaranteed to run out. This is why the same person can wake up Monday morning, fired up, ready to change everything, and by Wednesday night, be right back where they started. Motivation always disappears. Chapter 2. Your environment is already deciding for you. Here's the part most people never realize. You are not making nearly as many free choices as you think you are. Right now, your environment is quietly deciding things for you. The location of your phone when you wake up, what's visible when you open the fridge, all of it matters. If your phone is on your nightstand, you will check it within minutes of waking up. Not because you lack discipline, but because it's right there, and resistance takes effort you don't yet have at 6 a.m. If junk food is on the counter, and the fruit is hidden in a drawer, you will reach for the junk food. This is called choice architecture, and it is the single most underused tool in building discipline. The goal is simple. Make the behavior you want the path of least resistance, and make the behavior you don't want require effort. For example, if you want to read more, leave the book on your pillow, so you physically have to move it before bed, and it's the first thing you see in the morning. Want to stop doom scrolling at night? Charge your phone in another room. Want to work out in the morning? Sleep in your gym clothes. None of these are tricks. They're just removing the moment of decision making, because in that moment, the old version of you usually wins. But changing your surroundings is only half the equation. The other half is how you introduce the new habit in the first place. Chapter 3. The 4 laws that decide if a habit survives. Most people quit new habits not because the habit was never designed to last. There are 4 conditions that decide whether a behavior sticks or dies. And almost every failed habit breaks at least one of them. First, it has to be obvious. If the cue for the habit is invisible, the habit doesn't happen. You don't forget to brush your teeth because the toothbrush is sitting in plain sight every single morning. Your dumbbells, stuffed in a closet, don't have that same advantage. Second, it has to be attractive. Your brain is wired to repeat what feels good right now, not what pays off in 6 months. So if a habit feels purely like punishment, you will avoid it. Pair it with something you actually enjoy, like your favorite playlist only during workouts, or your favorite podcast only while walking. Third, and this is the big one, it has to be easy. Not easy as in the not challenging way. Easy as in low friction to start. Most people set goals that are too big on day 1, like an hour at the gym or a perfect diet overhaul. And when life gets busy, all or nothing becomes nothing. So shrink the entry point. In the beginning, the habit only needs to be small enough that skipping it feels more uncomfortable than doing it. And fourth, it has to be satisfying. Your brain repeats what gives it a payoff. If a habit gives you nothing, no feeling of progress, no check mark, no sense of completion, your brain has no reason to ask for it again tomorrow. So track it, cross it off. Feel the small high of, I did the thing I said I would do. Get these 4 right, and the habit survives the moment motivation runs out. Get even one of them wrong, and you're back to relying on willpower, which we already know doesn't hold up. Chapter 4. Stack it onto something you already do without thinking. Here's where most people get stuck. They try to build a brand new habit from scratch, with nothing holding it in place. No wonder it never sticks. It has nothing to attach to. Here's what you should do instead. Your brain already runs dozens of habits on autopilot. Brushing your teeth, making coffee, sitting down at your desk. These are deeply wired. You don't even think about them. You just do them. So instead of trying to build discipline out of thin air, attach the new behavior directly onto one of these automatic ones. After I pour my coffee, I write down my top priority for the day. After I brush my teeth, I do 10 push-ups. After I sit down at my desk, I close every tab except the one I'm working on. The existing habit becomes the trigger, and because it's already automatic, it never forgets to fire, which means you get reminded of your new habit every single day, without you having to rely on memory, mood, or motivation. This is how tiny actions quietly become permanent parts of your life, not through force, through attachment. Chapter 5. Every repetition is a vote. Here's the part that changes how you see all of this. Every time you do one of these small actions, you're not just making progress on a task, you're casting a vote for the type of person you believe you are. Skip it, and you cast a vote too. A vote for, I'm someone who doesn't follow through. And the brutal part is, your brain keeps score. Every vote shapes how you see yourself the next time a choice comes up. This is why the small stuff matters so much more than it seems. It's never really about the one push-up. It's about becoming someone who does what they said they would do. It reinforces an identity that will eventually carry you through the moments that do cost you something. The people who seem unshakably consistent didn't get there by being more motivated than you on any given day. They simply stacked enough small votes in the right direction until the disciplined version of them stopped being a description and started being a fact. Final chapter. Build the system, not the willpower. You don't need more motivation. You don't need to wait for the day you finally feel ready. That feeling was never coming to save you. What you need is one obvious cue. One small action attached to something you already do, and one tiny moment of satisfaction when it's done. That's the whole system. That's how the people you admire actually operate. Not through superhuman willpower, but through structures that make the right choice the easy choice. Pick one habit today. Make it small enough that you have no excuse. Attach it to something you already do without thinking, and do it. If this gave you a different way of seeing your own habits, subscribe. Because our goal together isn't to feel inspired for the next 10 minutes. It's to consistently build a mind that doesn't need inspiration to follow through.